When are we going to start playing checkers? We
Never.
still playing checkers. Stop talking about leaders. Stop talking about leaders. There needs to be organization.
Amen. Amen.
The organization for the leader to lead. Stop talking about leaders. You're only bringing up leaders because you want somebody to blame.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
Stop talking about leaders. You're not going to follow them anyway. You're not going to follow them anyway. Stop talking about leaders. The issue is not leadership. You need organization. For those of you who've been to the military, when you go into basic training and the drill sergeant does what? Organizes you. Then the leader comes. You got to get organized and then the leader shows up. You got to get organized and then the leader shows up. When black people are organized, the leadership will manifest itself.
Right.
When you get organized, see, your Achilles heel, your way out of this genocidal multiculturalism, this toxic multiculturalism that they suffocating the black community with, your way out of this is through organization.
Big time.
But we don't want to organize. Can we be honest? We just want to watch YouTube videos. We don't want to organize. We just want to go shopping. We don't want to organize. We just want to chase snow bunnies.
Hey, he is hitting it on the head. We don't want none of that. We don't want organization. We don't want structure, man. We just want to hang out, man. It's all about a good time, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, boy, he hitting it on the head, man.
We don't want to organize. We just want to argue. Black men, black women. Where's the organization at? Where's the organization at? You only do it when white people make you. That's what's wrong with the Negro. He only responds to European instruction. Your children go to public school. They are taught to respond to European instruction. You go to the military. You're taught to respond to European instruction. You go to colleges and professional sports teams where you do what? Respond to European instruction. You go to work. You respond to European instruction.
That's true. That's true.
You do not respond to authentic African leadership. It is against your internal code of self-hatred.
And not to, we ain't gonna expound on this because that's part of the gender war. But the thing about being in a relationship, your old lady go and listen to any white man or woman on a job. But when you want to talk to her about the people who are actually trying to be in a relationship or whatever, get married or whatever. But your old lady, like we see on the internet all the time, no, if he don't make this much money, I ain't listening to him. If he don't do this, I'm not listening to him.
Yeah.
But damn, you go to work every day, you know.
Yeah.
That's a foolishness, man.
Yeah.
No?
I tell you what, the part where you say, you know, you don't want to organize, you just want to argue.
Yeah.
That, I mean, that's it right there.
It is.
You know, like it was, hey man, you know, y'all, me and you agree too much.
Yeah, we heard that plenty.
Yeah, I understand what I'm saying. I mean, they want to see us argue, but we need less arguments and more ideas, period.
We do.
You know, we don't need to be arguing about nothing, especially on social media. But we so trained to love that. We look for that. We want to look for somebody arguing. We want to look for somebody fighting.
Yep.
You know, fighting with words, physical fight with hands,
whatever it is.
It don't matter. You know,
we want some drama.
Man, we want to see a fight.
Yep.
Yeah. But go ahead.
It is against the code of self-hate for black people to listen to black authority if that authority is not backed by Caucasians. We need to get serious about African survival in the Americas. They are multiculturalizing us out of existence. Chicago is a case study in how to multiculturalize black people out of existence. And this is our fault, because we are the only people who believe in multiculturalism. Nobody else on the planet Earth practices multiculturalism except American Africans. Except American Africans.
That's true.
American Africans.
100% true.
They could never infiltrate another community with immigrants. They couldn't do it. They couldn't do that to the Italian community. They couldn't do this. What they doing in Chicago would be impossible anywhere else. They couldn't even take the immigrants to the Latino community in Chicago.
Yep.
They couldn't even take the immigrants to the Latino community in Chicago, because no other community is going to let the government show up with busloads of migrants and dump them off. The only people you can do that to, the only people you can show up in their community and dump busloads of non-English speaking anti-African migrants, the only place you can do that is in a black community. For two reasons. For two reasons. Number one, we love everybody.
Yep.
Everybody insistent. That's right. There are no boundaries around the black community. And since there's no boundaries around the black community, since there's no boundaries around the black community, you can drop anybody you want off in
pause for just a second. I was just reading in Dr. Claude Anderson's Powernomics, where he was speaking about this, about black folks need to, close their neighborhoods, mark their neighborhoods, and he was talking about how other communities mark their neighborhoods, whether it be their language, whether it be their culture or whatever. Yeah, everybody else mark their neighborhoods and they close their neighborhoods and they build those communities, to support those neighborhoods. Black folks are the only neighborhoods, for one, because we don't have a community.
We have ghettos.
I mean, the more political term is neighborhoods. Yeah. Because we don't have communities, but they wide open. Yeah. That's why all of the convenience stores, everything is ran by somebody of another community. They come, they get the money, they get the resources, and they split. Yep. If you're fortunate enough to get a job and you can get, some of those, some money from it, but the major resources all gone.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Because we are a colorblind people. We are a colorblind people. We are a colorblind people. We are a colorblind people, and we are a disorganized people. Lord have mercy. Am I preaching this morning?
Yes, sir.
Beautiful Miami, headed to Guadeloupe. Gotta organize with my Guadeloupe Africans. How you gonna be disorganized and multicultural? How you gonna love everybody before you loved yourself? That is
don't make sense.
The essential contradiction of the American Negro. You love everybody else before you have loved yourself. You don't even love your children. Oh no, we don't.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he hit it.
Show
he hit it,
man. That Black America loves her children. Show me evidence that Black America loves her children. If we love our children, why are they the most miseducated and unemployed? What war are we fighting for black children? If we love I'm talking collectively. I'm not talking about you and your kids. Get out of individualism. That's your damn problem. We're not talking individualism. We're talking African community collectivism. We're not talking you and your children. We're talking we and our children.
That's that community we talked about. We done had discussions, almost arguments over that. Stop talking about you and your family are great when they got to go out here in this forest fire of BS that we got to deal with, man.
Dr. Claude Anderson goes into that also in Powernomics. He talk about that. He talk about all of that. If you haven't read, I'm still reading, I'm still going through it. But it's just so much information that's up in there, man. It takes time to soak up. But he hitting some great points, man. And like you say, the brother preaching. The brother is preaching. He on fire.
Oh yeah.
And black children are so tired of being overlooked by their own people. See, multiculturalism means you hate your own children. Oh, yes. Multiculturalism means you hate your own children. What do you mean, Ifa Tunde? What do you mean being multicultural means I hate my own black children? I'll tell you why. Because if you are multicultural, you don't believe in saving, protecting, or keeping anything for your own children. I'm going to say it again. A multiculturalist is interested in the best interests of everybody. You want everybody to succeed. But guess what? We don't have unlimited resources. Multiculturalism means you want to give to other groups before making sure your group has what it needs. Multiculturalism means you want to take care of other people before you take care of your own children. We as a group need to become selfish about ourselves like everybody else. I don't give a damn what your religion tells you.
Pause that for a second. Do you remember the conversation that we had out there at work, and I was trying to tell Mr. Ron about securing the funding for a school?
Oh yeah.
And he was like, man, it'd be selfish for this and that. I say, look here, man.
I don't give a damn.
If somebody send me to secure funding, for a school, that's what I'm there for. What you got go, hey, look, give me mine and y'all can argue about the rest of it.
Soon as I leave.
Yeah. Soon as I leave, soon as I get me, I'm out of here.
You have to, man. That's business. Otherwise, you cannot succeed, bro. People can't help nobody, man. Your house is in shambles. How is a shambled house gonna help somebody else? That's just not how it go, man. It's not how it go.
But they get to eat, and you still starving.
Still, everybody blowing by us because they worrying about them. They ain't worrying about everybody. Get me first. Get me right first.
You want to play fair. Nah. Everybody else cheat.
Nah, hell nah. They don't play.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah.
All right, let it go, bro.
To practice collective group selfishness. Let me say it again. If Black Chicago was selfish, you wouldn't have a migrant crisis. If Black Chicago was selfish, you wouldn't have a migrant crisis. If Black Chicago was selfish, you wouldn't have a migrant crisis. Not individual selfishness. That's a big problem, individual selfishness. I'm talking about collective group selfishness. That's right. If it ain't for blacks, if it ain't about blacks, count me out. That's right.
Big time.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what everybody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody else is doing. You have to break out of your religious hypnosis. You don't have to give up your religion, But Christianity and Islam has been used to multiculturalize your consciousness. Yes. Islam and Christianity has destroyed the racial pride and racial identity of the American African. Christianity and Islam has been used to destroy the racial pride and racial identity of American Africans.
Pause for a second here. Hey, right here at this part, you'll look around in the room and everybody start heading toward the exit. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. Right there when you get to that part, everybody just start walking. Hey, hey, start picking up their stuff. Hey, look at man, I'm out of here, bro.
I done had enough.
Yeah, I done had enough, right? He don't know what the hell he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm talking about. Hey, if it's a dark room, you'll start seeing the light start pouring in.
Don't keep open.
Yeah, because the door keep open. You know what I mean? Joe just walking on up out of here.
Oh yeah, pissed off. 30.
Oh yeah, big time. We can't go through the whole video. But I would suggest that anybody watch this whole video, man. The brother, he kept going on and on and on. We just wanted to give you a piece of what the brother was talking about. We don't like to jack people whole video or whatever. Go check it out. What's the name of the video? Right where he left off.
Right where he left off. Yep.
King Kong Consciousness. Brother Umar, he telling the truth.
Check him out,
yeah,
man.
you know what I mean. He is telling the truth. About black people. I know he hit on what we was just talking about as far as
accountability, community,
accountability. Everything that we try to promote on this platform as far as organization structure, a code of conduct, and an agenda, things that we lack. And we ain't gonna move forward until we get.
Period. You have to do it. You have to.
You have to have some type of collective selfishness in order to, for one, be left the hell alone, and for two, to progress. You got to get yours because everybody else is out to get theirs and they're gonna get theirs.
They are.
So that's all I got to say on that, man. You got anything else, man?
No, man, that's all I got for it, man.
Mm-hmm. Well, till next time, everybody, y'all live right, play fair.
I'll let us.
When life switch to sports mode, hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode, hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold. The finish line straight ahead, bro. Hold it in the road. When life switch to sports mode, hold it in the road. When you get so mad you can explode, hold it in the road. Bro, just stay focused on your goal. Don't let them crack the mold. The finish line straight ahead, bro. Hold it in the road. Bullets with a badge, I'll never get a pass. We can see straight through